face of a snake. Sidi Aram, what am I telling you? Okay, he says shortly, and he said the Pope will expose himself. Okay, and people will see who I am. Ama Sidi Tiaya. Every idol will be brought down, and he's calling the Pope an idol. Ama Sidi Tiaya. Okay, he's saying the Pope is an evil, wicked man. Okay, he's saying child sacrifice and enslaving people. Sidi Arama, my children. Amma Sidi, what will be found under the Vatican floor? My children, and I hear cathedral. I'm seeing a checkerboard floor. I hear pavement. Sid, ooh, Lord. I'll confirm that. I might say I hear radical movements. I might say that. I feel like he's saying that there's children's bones, like in the foundation of the Vatican. Like they, Lord, I must see. He said burial sightings will be found. Oh man, child sacrifice and pornography. What are they hiding from you? I must say it. He said more wicked than you thought. Lord, I must say it. Oh, Lord. Oh my goodness. That is... Okay. He's showing me that they... Oh, Lord. Shidiaya. They R-A-P-E them. They molest them. And then they... Lord, they sacrificed them, but he showed me them eating them and then spitting out their bones and then burying their bones. Lord, that is horrible and disgusting. Sadiaya, wicked man, I tell you the truth. Lies have been told, and they will be exposed in this hour. All will see. Many won't believe. The shock and all heard around the world. Many will cry out to me. Oh, goodness, Lord, I must say it. He said, defaming my glory. And that's what the Pope is doing. Shady Yaya, putting curses upon my name. Who does he think he is? Witchcraft? I must say it. I will show him who God truly is. ACATIA. Every lie will be brought down from the Vatican. Oh man, I see the Vatican being one big snake. He said principality. The Roman Catholic Church. Sadiety. Oh, my people shall come out of her. Wow. My people shall come out of her. Ama Sadietiaya. Many words have been spoken already. Now is the time to repent. Oof, Lord. TCIya, Messiah. Hard words have been given. You shall know it's the truth when you see it come to pass, says the Lord. Amasehe Tihaya, Messiah. Yes, Lord. Oh, Mate Sehe Siaya. The Vatican will be exposed. Oh, Lord. He said, are my people listening, and who is waking up? And then I hear tremors in the earth. And then I see round 2. Okay, and then I see mass deceptions and lies, and then I see the Pope that just died. I don't know why. Pope Francis, he said. He said everything hidden will be exposed, and then I hear the children under the Vatican. I hear floors will pop open and ceilings will cave in.
Sheesh.
He said, I am destroying everything that's not built on the rock.
He said their rock, indeed, a false one, and I see the Antichrist. Suru Mamaye, and then I hear like Roman times is in a fall in the fall. The Vatican will fall. I see grief in many. Seriatu Suru Maye. And he's telling me they cannot cancel the anointing I've placed on your life. You all. Seriatu Suru Mamaye. A movement, a shift is taking place and it's right on time. Sarra Mamaye. Hearts will fail. They will cry out to me. They will see and know that I am God and the only one.
So in the comment box of the prophecy fulfilled about McDonald's dead meat burgers, Stephanie wrote in the comment section, "Sis, God brought a music video from Pink Floyd by the name of Another Brick in the Wall. It shows children being grounded up like meat. This came out in the 80s. It's so depressing. God was trying to show me this before I was Christian. Take a look." We don't need no. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Teacher, leave them kids alone. Leave them kids alone. All in all, it's just another brick in the wall. Ain't no education. I feel like he's saying that there's children's bones in the foundation of the Vatican. Lord, I must see. He said burial sightings will be found. Oh man, child sacrifice. Now look at this email from Brandon Thompson to Richard Kahn, which was forwarded to Jeffrey Epstein. Dear Richard, today I was washing the brushes, cleaning all the lime washes, preparing myself to go back home as Mr. Epstein walked in. I showed him the sample I worked last night on, it trying to express 18C finish that would survive on the wall and how it could like today after this long. We have to recall how the early 19C house was operating. There was no AC and heating was just from the fireplace. The color usually was eventually repainted and left alone for decades. The wood resin would sip through the paint, leaving imperfections and embedded dust on the surface. I think I succeeded in my effort and showed it to Mr. Epstein. To my surprise, he liked it. I also lime washed the columns, what I called bald, the covering the surface with lime wash in this initial step for the finish line. We had a short conversation. We further cleared future misunderstandings. He wanted me to finish each column differently, as when he was living with Pope John Paul II in Vatican. He looked at variety of different columns captured in wars. He told me that every pope demanded to have a column from every conquered country, so there is a collection of different columns in the Vatican. He also suggested to me to take a break. I think I would like to do this. The main reason for this is to refresh my eyes and have a relaxed, cool look at the project after a few days. From my experience, it works well. He also suggested that I will come with Bart. I am not sure how long I can stay, but I will let you know a bit later. Mr. Epstein wants me to refinish 2 globe stands, which Bart can assist me with stripping existing finish, and I will continue with staining and finishing them. If you will be so kind and arrange my flight this coming Saturday and coming back from Wednesday with Bart, if you have any questions or comment, please let me know. Warm regards, Brandon. Number 1. This shows that Jeffrey Epstein was allegedly living with Pope John Paul II in the Vatican. Now, who is Brandon Thomas? No, we don't know who Brandon Thomas was, but he was someone making architecture for Jeffrey Epstein, making columns and things inside of his home. Now, keep in mind what was said in that video, that they make bricks, right? You're just a brick. They were speaking of the children. Remember the word the Lord gave, that they used their bones to make the foundation in the Vatican, to make the tiles, the bricks, and also, guys, to make furniture. But before I go there, look at this article that was in the Jeffrey Epstein files from the Associated Press, and it states no bones found in 2 Vatican tombs. The tombs of 2 19th century German princesses were pried open at tiny Holy See Cemetery Thursday and turned out to be completely empty. Dashing and expectations, they held the remains of a teenager who vanished in 1983 after leaving her family's Vatican City apartment. Emanuela Orlandi's disappearance is one of Italy's most enduring mysteries, and the opening of the tombs at her family's request was the latest search for possible leads to fail. Instead, the gravesite inspections raised only new questions. What happened to the remains of the 2 princesses who were buried in the side-by-side tombs in 1836 and 1840, respectively in peaceful Teutonic Holy Field near St. Peter's Basilica? The tombs are empty. We are all amazed. I mean, you can put 2 and 2 together for yourself there. And why would Jeffrey Epstein have this in his emails? Why is this in the Epstein files, guys? Now take a look at this that popped up on my timeline.
Here's something that's new to me also. I think a lot of this was scrubbed from the internet around the time your report was too, was the bit about Wayfair, ordering Wayfair furniture. Specifically, there's one in which Jeffrey Epstein orders Wayfair furniture to the house of Woody Allen. Now, Wayfair is known for affordable, cheap furniture. I didn't think billionaires sent each other cheaper furniture items like this.
Wicker.
And so the theory is that these are pieces of furniture that contain humans for the purposes of trafficking. Have you been able to validate that? What do you know about that that's new to me?
Well, the story, it was a little bit after Pizzagate. It was probably like 2018, 2019 when Wayfair scandal broke. So the concept was that Wayfair would be cheap furniture, and it was, cabinets and dressers, things like that. But suddenly there would be 1 or 2 items that would show up on Wayfair's website for ridiculous pricing. Like you think you're on Restoration Hardware, right? It's like it would be a file cabinet or a closet, like portable closet, for $26,000, for $35,000. And people started saying, why does Wayfair, everything else is $299. Yeah. And then they have like a $30,000 wicker cabinet. And so the theory began that they were actually putting kids in these because they would also name them. And then people started matching like missing kids' names to the names of these products.
This email is from Jeffrey Epstein to Boris Nikolic, talking about him receiving a present from the Vatican of a special edition. And before that, talking about an auction. I'm sure you can imagine what they were auctioning. Here's an email from Oliver Collum saying, I loved your Vatican experience, by the way, and thanks. When in Paris, what kind of people do you want to meet? Then Jeffrey Epstein replies, of course, I was thinking of putting a confessional booth screen in front of the door. Then Oliver says, thanks for lunch. Looking forward to seeing you next week. Better for me during the days rather than in the evening. Of course, all of our conversations are confidential. I know they are, but I was educated to have the silly reflex as to organize a secret meeting and invoke Chapman House rules. I am myself locked like a prisoner door. Another email from Jeffrey Epstein to Larry Summers. And in it says, in 2011, victims of sexual abuse by the clergy asked the International Criminal Court to investigate the Pope and 3 Vatican officials over sexual abuse. The New York-based rights group Center for Constitutional Rights and another group, Survivors Network of Those Abused by Priests, filed a complaint with the ICC alleging that the Vatican officials committed crimes because they tolerated and enabled sex crimes. The ICC has not taken up the case but has never said why. It generally does not comment on why it does not take up cases. Why is Jeffrey Epstein sending this to Larry Summers? This email is between Deepak Chopra, who is a doctor, a spiritual guru who is a Hindu, and Jeffrey Epstein wanting him to speak at the Vatican about behavior and religious influence in health, guys. Yes, in health at the Vatican. Does it sound familiar to you when everybody was telling you to take the poison shot because the Pope said it was okay to do so? And this was a year before COVID-19. This was in 2018. Now take a look at this email from Jeffrey Epstein to Larry Summers. Jeffrey Epstein writes, the most important change in the Vatican may not be Pope Benedict's sudden retirement, but the change in leadership at the Institute for Works of Religion, the Vatican's bank. Because of the Vatican's status as a sovereign country, it is exempt from transparency rules of not only Italy, but the European Union. This status allows its elite clients to evade any scrutiny in their money transfers. Last May, Vatican Bank President Ettore Gatti Tedici was fired after Italian authorities opened an investigation into a far-flung bribery scheme in which he was allegedly involved. The 47 dossiers, including compromising about internal enemies of his in the Vatican, were found in a search of his home. They had instructions how they were used in case something happened to him. Tedeschi's intercepted calls further revealed that his concern was that he would be assassinated because he knew the Vatican's secrets. By late 2012, he was cooperating with the ongoing Italian investigation. It was at this point that the all-powerful College of the Cardinals, in one of the last acts in the Benedict papacy, appointed German lawyer Ernest von Freiberg as president of the bank. Then came the extraordinary resignation of Pope Benedict. So Jeffrey Epstein is telling this to Larry Summers, who was a former economist and former United States Secretary of the Treasury. And also, he was the president of Harvard until 2006. So now we understand that the elite hold their money in that bank in the Vatican. Then we have some random email to himself saying, in the closet of the Vatican. Can imagine what that means. There's a lot more in the files concerning the Vatican, but I think we've proven our point, and I'm gonna leave it here. Now moving on.
Borrowed Pharrell's hat, and I thought I'd pass it around and get some money for the pizza, because nobody ever really...
I think he's a little sleepy. Maybe we should put it. No.
Did you sleep with it last night?
Excuse me? It's funny, there were paparazzi waiting outside of my house this morning. I don't know if just to kind of celebrate the day with me or to find out who else I was sleeping with.
Right.
But, you know, I got in, I think, at the of dawn last night, if you can say that. Maybe 6 o'clock, 5:30.
Did you stay at Guy's until 6?
Don't feel sorry for me.
Yeah.
It is, you know, this is a time to revel in, you know. This is a sunrise that you want to see.
Were you at Guy's that whole time?
I was, and
your
you
mother
know,
was still with you? Your mother was there?
My mother and my brother, and one of the highlights of the night was seeing my mom dancing with Madonna. And you know, you meet all these amazing people. You know, last night, whether it's Jane Fonda or Liza Minnelli, my best friend too.
Yeah, and Prince was there last night. I mean, there were so many.
Really?
It was really. You don't know.
I didn't see him.
Oh, it was crazy. Let's talk about that selfie real quick because I love that you ran from the other side and only your eye got into to that selfie. But
there it is. Hey, I mean, look at that selfie. You made history right there.
Look how happy everybody is.
You know what? And I had to be some small part of it.
No, but I could hear, I mean, as the picture was being taken, I could hear you running going, I'm in on this.
That's right. I couldn't help myself. But I see Angelina's back there somewhere.
Angie's there.
Yeah.
Your girlfriend Lupita is back there.
Yeah.
Now, so she walked out with you and paparazzi saw y'all this morning?
Oh, no. She's far too classy for that. But her brother is an awesome guy. I really like him a lot. He's a sweetheart.
He's really the most prominent in that picture.
He really
her brother.
He is. And she's got a great family. There he is, right there. And very happy. Look how happy everybody is. Look at people so happy.
I know. That's what makes me happy about that it's so retweeted that you can just see how relaxed and happy everybody is. At the Oscars, which is the most tense, usually uptight kind of.
You made it so great last night. I mean, it was such a fun show. It was so classy. It was so kind. It just set a new bar. And I think everybody had a lot of fun. When you handed out the pizza, I have to say, nobody knows this except me. And I'm a massive fan of his. And he knows that, so I think he'll be okay with me telling this story. But when he handed out the pizza, Harrison Ford grabbed a slice. He was very hungry. I saw him take a big bite. I looked over my shoulder, right down his shirt. Yeah, true story. I took the pizza, and of course, what did I do? I handed it to my mom.
Oh.
But
very sweet.
She's too smart to eat pizza in a gown, so she was like, I'm gonna wait for a little bit.
No, Harrison told me actually at that, he told me that he dropped it all down. Yeah, he actually pointed it out. I didn't see it, but he said I dropped it all down my shirt.
All down his shirt, yeah. He went back and he tried to clean it up, and then I think I just saw him leave.
Yeah. No, I knew he'd have the munchies. I knew for sure Harrison was gonna.
Okay, I saw Jennifer Aniston, and now I see Usher. Oh, who's on that list? More than one name will be felt. And I see it just like unbelievable shock. And I feel like they're gonna throw other people under the bus so that they will not be found out. And when I say they, I don't know who. But I just keep seeing Hillary. And I also seen her as what was it, Coilla DeVille, or with the gray hair sticking up. He said much exposure is coming, and then it will all come out. It is in the hands of Almighty God, and I see what you can't see.
Okay, he's showing me A-list celebrities, and he's showing me Jennifer Aniston again and Usher. And then I hear it all comes crumbling down. It all falls down. And I saw Justin Bieber in the background. And now you're showing me Diddy.
Anyway, sorry guys if I offended anybody. I love Ellen. As you know, I will do anything for her. Yeah, and because we are real life friends. And there's Hollywood friends, and Hollywood friends, they kind of do that air kiss thing. And then when you're real friends, you do that. You do like that. Right? I mean, that's what real friends do. Or maybe just me. Anyway, and since we are real friends, I thought that, since she's not here, I'm gonna share some dirt on Ellen. And, right, you want some dirt? And I'm not talking just dirt. I mean, I'm telling you some deep, dark secrets. Okay, guys? Like, for example, people think that she buys and sells houses because she loves real estate. No, it's not true. It's because she's on the run from the law. You have no idea. I got more. Her real name, it's not Ellen. It's Sherry. Sherry Linguini. It's true. You just got to Google it. I found it, and there's one more. I can't. She throws pennies away. She throws pennies and she throws them right into the garbage in front of people. Good luck, pennies. And then, wait, I got another one. I can't even walk into her dressing room because she's burning one of those Gwyneth Paltrow candles. Oh, and one more. Okay, hold on. She once voiced an animated adult film called Grinding Nemo. It's hard to find, but you know how to find it. Anyway, just please, guys, don't tell her I told you any of that, because I really would do anything for her. And I don't know if you know this, but I was actually Ellen's very first guest on this show. It's very true. And I'm not saying that this show would not be the hit that it is if it wasn't for me, but I'm also saying that I wouldn't mind a little piece of that blonde's portfolio. But anyway.
This movie, this is the second time you've worked with Jen Aniston.
Yes.
And this is Murder Mystery.
Mystery, yes.
It is it's a beautiful setting, and I love that it's a murder mystery too. It's hilarious.
Yeah, that's
But
nice.
you were trying to guess who did it the whole time.
Yes. And the movie's, it's basically, me and Jennifer are married. We've been married 15 years. I'm a police officer. She works at a hair salon, and she's a little upset. It's our anniversary, and I've never taken her on this honeymoon that I promised her. And I finally say, okay, let's go. And we go there, and we meet on the plane. Luke Evans, he plays a very wealthy guy, and he invites us on his yacht. And so we go from we were going to do a bus trip to all of a sudden we're on a yacht. And a murder happens, and we have to figure out who the murderer was.
Yeah, it's very funny. The characters are hilarious.
Yes, everybody.
Really
It's really
and the
fun.
settings are. We were talking during the break. It's Portofino and Lake Como.
Oh, yeah.
And so that's where Clooney lives. George Clooney lives.
Yes.
And Jen and George are friends. So
George.
went to George's house.
Yes, of course. And him and his wife and all these nice people were there, and they invited Jen and me. I know George back in the day too. So we went there, and you take a boat. You get on a boat. You cruise down. Went over to their house. They made us homemade pizza, and it was an amazing time. I sat next to Bono. It was a good day.
That is a good day.
It's funny. It's like my Jennifer. Every time we're with Jennifer, something great happens because everybody loves Jennifer, and I tend to stay at home and do nothing. And my wife is so much going, why didn't I marry Aniston? Why am I stuck with you, man? Because I literally will, even in Italy, she's like, I'm telling you, we got to leave the room, man. I'm a little psychotic.
What do you mean you have to leave the room?
I don't know. I like hanging out with the kids. I like hanging out with the wife. I like playing basketball, and then I like going to sleep.
Yeah. But you just said you were sitting next to Bono and you had a good time.
I know, cause of Aniston, and it was a good time.
Yeah.
But I should do it more. And Aniston will say to me in the middle of the night, whenever I'm with her, something cool. She'll be like, "You see?" And I'll be like, "No, you're right. This is great. This is great." And then the next morning, she'll text me and say, "I know something. Wednesday night if you want." I'll be like, "Come on, we just did that Saturday thing. We don't have to do too much."
She likes to. She's busy all the time. I know she's the greatest host, but
she is a good.
I'm going to bed at 9. I can't come over. Your thing starts at 8:30. So
yes, she can handle it. She can handle it. And her parties are incredible at her house too.
Yeah, she does have good parties, and she makes good pizza as well.
She makes great pizza.
Wonderful pizza. All right, just y'all are all like, whatever.
Sure enough, seeking you shall find. I put in Jennifer Aniston, and it came up. Somebody emailed Jeffrey Epstein saying, I heard back from Carolyn, the woman I wanted to work for you, and she is happy in her job with Jennifer Aniston. Sorry, had hoped that might be a good fit for you. What woman needed a job from Jeffrey Epstein that is working instead for Jennifer Aniston? Very interesting, because we know what kind of jobs Jeffrey Epstein gave. Okay, I see, what's his name? Chris Tucker. I see Chris Tucker. I see Eddie Murphy. He kept flashing Jay-Z at me last night, and I'm like, God, what do you want, Jay-Z? He's said much exposure in this hour. He said dreams will be compared to reality. And he's showing me Jay-Z again. I hear flooding with accusations. The dam is overflowing, and this shall be seen soon. I hear trauma victims. He's reminded me, he showed me Monique last night before he showed me Jamie Foxx. Saying these are keys. He's showing me Hollister. Wow. Clothing company Hollister. He's bringing back up the Phantom of the Opera, which I never got the revelation about that. He's emphasizing that it's black and white, and then I saw like a black swan. Maybe black swan event. Okay, I see, what's his name? Chris Tucker. I see Chris Tucker. Again, seeking you shall find, and I found a lot. Chris Tucker will be stopping by to see Jeffrey Epstein sometime before his show tonight. No exact time was given. Chris Tucker called to say he will be in NY this Monday and wondered if you can do dinner. This is Epstein asking Leslie, does he have his contact information? And he gives it to him. And this is, I don't know why they redacted his name because it was the prior email. Leslie again telling Epstein that Chris Tucker will love to stop by. He was thrilled to hear from you. I'm texting him your address and house number. Chris is staying at the Hyatt and he says his show is like 7 or 8. Then he says, see if he wants to stop by tonight before the show. Now, this is an article that was in the Epstein files, and this is speaking about Chris Tucker going to Africa in his private Boeing 727 with Jeffrey Epstein to promote the former president's anti-AIDS efforts, also with Prince Andrew. This is a call log with Chris Tucker's name on it from Jeffrey Epstein's plane. This is a list of people who are in the files. Right here in the files. This is a report that was taken by a victim that has Chris Tucker in it. And not only Chris Tucker, but Naomi Campbell and Donald Trump. Before he showed me Jamie Foxx. Saying these are keys. And of course, Jamie Foxx is in here. From an FBI report. So someone named Santos provided the following information of a party that happened in the Hamptons called the Rainforest Party. It says Sir Yvonne Willings, heir to Commonwealth Bank of New Jersey, owns the residence, which Santos referred to as the Playboy Mansion of the East Coast. The recent Ferrari purchase would grant them entrance to the party. Many celebrities and influential individuals were in attendance, including Jeffrey Epstein, Sammy Sosa, and Donald Trump. There was an outdoor party. However, there was a special fundraiser inside the home. Those who donated $25,000 for the rainforest could enter the residence. Patti LaBelle's PR agent stood at the door. At the party, Santos and his friends encountered KJLNU, approximately 18 to 23 years of age, who they saved. KJ had supposedly been hired from Oklahoma for a modeling job. However, at the party, she learned she had been sold to a man in France. KJ went from Oklahoma to a house in Brooklyn and then was taken to Wilczek Castle. Several women were being auctioned, and a woman possibly known as Colette LNU was the madam. Santos and his friends took KJ to a residence in Brooklyn to pick up her belongings, but a rabbi answered the door and told them they could not enter. Santos called 911 and authorities met them at a nearby diner. The police were aware of the party taking place at the castle since a luxury vehicle had gotten into an accident. KJ recovered her belonging, and after she spent 3 days with Santos and his friends, she returned to Oklahoma. KJ appeared to have been dating quarterback Jason Sehorn. A couple of years later, Santos saw Colette at the Cheetah Club in New York, and she told one of Santos's friends that Jamie Foxx was interested in spending a night with her and that he could pay her a lot of money. He's showing me Hollister. Wow. Clothing company Hollister. Bringing back up the Phantom of the Opera, which I never got the revelation about that. He's emphasizing that it's black and white, and then I saw like a black swan. So does it surprise you that the Phantom of the Opera is in the Epstein files? I mean, at this point, it shouldn't, right? So Jeffrey Epstein would take his victims to the Phantom of the Opera, as we see here in these FBI reports, even testimony from Ghislaine Maxwell in these Epstein files. And there's over 200 files about the Phantom of the Opera.
For nothing is secret that will not be revealed, nor anything hidden that will not be known and come to light. For there is nothing covered that will not be revealed, nor hidden that will not be known. Therefore, whatever you have spoken in the dark will be heard in the light, and what you have spoken in the ear in inner rooms will be proclaimed on the housetops. And have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather expose them.
Hey guys, this video is brought to you by Glory Changers. Go and check out the Glory Changer store where you can get these bracelets that say Jesus, Yeshua, Adonai. There's many different bracelets for men and women. I do pray, decree, and declare and release the anointing over each bracelet that I make. Each bracelet is made with love, and whatever the Lord has me decree and declare onto it for the person who will receive it, because he knows all things. Glory Changers, from glory to glory. Come and check out the Glory Changer store.